battle fight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is the Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. I want to do a piece on Ontario. I have not said much about this so far because I had no doubt that the outcome was going to be that Doug Ford was going to win. Because I had no doubt that what the outcome was going to be, despite the mainstream media trying to sway things. The indications of what was going to happen were undeniable in the province. Now, there were people who had their doubts, and they know who they are. Some of them are close to me, shall I say. But that doesn't matter. I never wavered in my belief. Never, for one moment. And I made the effort early on to meet with Doug Ford. He came to a small gathering near where I live. There were only 50 to 70 people there. But right away, I noticed something. There was a silence in the room, not just because they wanted to hear what he had to say. No, it was much more than that. These were local people that had had enough of the negative approach in our province. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I've done many pieces on this, on the absolute decimation of our province, and the fact that many people could not afford to either heat their homes in winter or cool them in summer. This is not a luxury in this part of the world. It's life or death in our climate. Yet, time and again, the price of energy was hiked up and up and up, with not a care in the world to the effect that it was having on seniors and low-income workers. I have played that disheartening clip from that lady talking to Trudeau, who had such a disconnect that it was sickening. No, I heard Doug Ford, I met Doug Ford, and I have to tell you what I said to Doug Ford. I told him that he was going to win, and further I told him that he reminded me of Donald Trump, and that was a good thing. He said in reply he'd heard that before. Now, unlike others out there, I like Donald Trump because he stands up for his country, and his country is respected, unlike ours, which is an embarrassment at the present time. Doug Ford can do no worse than the Liberal Communists have already done, and I honestly believe he will do far, far better. But you can be sure of one thing, the mainstream media will try and destroy him, because if he succeeds to any degree to a similar level as Donald Trump, the Liberal Communist Party in Ontario is done for a decade or more. So now that Ontario is back in control of the adults, let's set our sights on Canada. Now, I warn you now, if we win, we cannot allow the status quo to continue. Otherwise, we will be right back in the mess that we are currently in another 4 to 6 years. Your thoughts? You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio. And please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.